All right, so today is production day, serving 30 people in the class next door. Today is family style service. All right, so what we're going to do is make large platters of things. They get dropped in the middle of the table, family style service. Those of you that have taken that class, you've been on the other end of it, you know what it's about. So we don't need to do plate up today. We don't need to fill chafing dishes. What we're going to do is create one meal, keep it hot, and when they come and call for how many people are at a table, we'll set up 4 portions on a platter. That goes out with the waiter, and they basically help themselves. So makes it relatively easy on us if we don't have to do plate up. Family style. Family style service. There are many different types of service, as you guys have learned. Some of them, like, what's English service? What's Russian service? Family style service should be pretty obvious to everybody. It's like the family gathers around the table and mom puts the big platter in the middle. In the past, we've done Thanksgiving dinner, because I think that's the absolute definition in America of family style service. We've done that too many times. We're going to do something a little different today. First thing we're going to do is a cranberry, apple, pork loin. All right, I've got some pork tenderloins in there. We're going to make kind of a compote with dried cranberries, might have some fresh cranberries, diced apples. We'll cook it down a little bit on the stove. We'll make this nice kind of sticky compote out of it. That's got to be chilled a little bit because you can't put a hot compote right on the pork tenderloin, so we'll chill that a little bit. I'll show you how to butterfly the tenderloin, and what we do is we make an angled slice in that long tenderloin, so you get a slit in it, and then you come back and you angle the other way against it, and it just opens the thing up like a book. Then what we'll do is we'll take that stuffing, spread it on the inside, some butcher's twine, and I'll show you how to truss the thing correctly. That'll then get roasted. So imagine we go back to all the cooking methods that we've talked about. You've got an item that's stuffed, it's round, it's insulating that stuffing. The best cooking method for it would be a conductive or convective cooking method, do you think? A convective cooking method. We want the heat to transfer into the middle of the thing. Imagine you stuff a pork loin and then you think you're going to put it in a saute pan. Right? It's going to get brown on the outside. It's not going to get cooked in the middle. Imagine you stuff a pork loin and you put it on the grill. What are you going to do? Sit there, roll it back and forth all day long until no, it's going to be charred on the outside. It's not going to cook in the middle. Would we take a pork loin and poach it or steam it? Yeah, steamed meat, poached meat. That's when your dog is sick. That's when you poach chicken breasts for your dog. Nobody wants poached meat. It's just got the worst plate appeal that you can think of. So the best way to cook this is in a soft convective process. That, of course, for us is going to be in the oven. So our cranberry pork loin, compote, stuff it, truss it, roast it is the way it is. We'll do some mashed potatoes. That will try and flavor in a way that would be complementary to the pork loin. This is starting to seem like a very rustic, hearty kind of thing, and that's what I have in mind with a cranberry apple pork loin. Is a very fall, bless you, is a very fall harvest, country inn kind of thing. Mashed potatoes, we can do just regular mashed potatoes and peel them all, but to go along with this theme, what I would suggest is that we do smashed potatoes, which is some of the skin still left on. We do half of the potatoes entirely peeled, half of them, some of the skin still left on. You smash them up, they look really country. If we want to add some sour cream and chives to it, or however we want to flavor it, we'll leave that up to your artistic endeavor. Bourbon mashed potatoes, all right. Some green beans amandine. All right, green beans amandine. We haven't gotten to steaming yet, but steaming best used for vegetables. When we cook these green beans, again, what kind of cooking method do you think would be best for tender vegetables that way? Same thing, convective cooking method. Think about it. If you put green beans in a saute pan, it takes a long time for them to soften up, for that the cellular structure of it for the water to turn to steam and burst. I mean, this is basically what happens when we break down textures in vegetables. If you go back to 8th grade science, I don't know if you looked at an onion skin under a microscope, right? And you got all these cell walls. Well, all our vegetables, onions, things like that, are filled with these cell walls. When the moisture in them turns to 212 degrees and starts to evaporate, it busts the cell walls, it destroys the texture of the vegetable, but that's what we want. That's cooking vegetables. So if you cook them in a conductive cooking method, they get brown on the outside and again, never quite transfer to the middle. If you try and saute string beans, you're going to be there for quite a while and they're going to be kind of crunchy and burnt on the outside. So a convective cooking method is best, surrounding it indirectly with something. Would you put string beans in the oven and cook them convectively with air? Yeah, they're going to pretty much dry out and shrivel. So the best thing would be a moist convective cooking process, which would mean poaching them or steaming them or simmering them in that respect. So what we'll do with the green beans amandine is we'll probably steam a bunch of green beans in a steamer pan. We've got a commercial steamer. We could, of course, set up a steamer on the stove top with a hotel pan and the steamer pan and that, but we have a commercial steamer, so we'll use that. Once they're steamed, shocked in water to cool, we'll take some almonds, toast them in the oven, and then maybe we'll get a saute going with some butter and just toss the already cooked beans in a butter saute. If you want garlic, maybe, but the almonds are what will be important. So cooking them first in a convective method and then kind of browning them and warming them in butter is the way that we'll do it. Green beans amandine. We need some kind of gravy for our pork loin. We've got some nice stocks that Chef Hare made for us. We can use those to make gravy today. We also need some kind of salad. We have a lot of spinach in there. I thought we would do a spinach salad. And we got a little bit of bacon. Maybe we can do a hot bacon dressing with some sliced mushrooms. All right. And that'll be our menu for today. Cranberry apple pork loin, mashed potatoes, green beans amandine. We'll have some gravy. We'll make a salad, a hot bacon dressing, and maybe we'll surprise them. If we have time, we'll try and throw together some kind of mousse bouche or something, some little appetizer, if we have time to do that.